Hi there, and welcome to the latest edition of the Sage Download, Sage's new LinkedIn newsletter. I'm joined this morning by Andrew Dick, who is a small business owner and also runs an accountancy firm.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Andrew. How are you?
Very well. And yourself?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Delighted to have you here.
Brilliant.
Could you just start by telling us a little bit about you and your business?
Yeah, certainly. So I've been an accountant now for nearly 35 years. My father founded our firm in 1953. I joined full-time in 1990. I became a chartered accountant a few years later. And accountancy has been in my blood, to be honest. It's, growing up with a father in accountancy, it's been very much my entire life.
How has your role as an accountant changed over the years with technology, and how do you see AI playing a role today?
Yeah, massive change, Lisa, to be honest, in the decades that I've been in the industry. And sort of as technology's developed, we've gone through the sort of getting a disk in the post, which very much a desktop PC. I used to hate that, doing the updates, on multiple computers, and then it evolved to downloads. Now, obviously, cloud came along, and that technology, which was a massive change. And then AI as well. AI has been very much in the background, sort of, but it's now coming into the fore in the industry. We haven't realised that AI was there, but it has been, in some of the products we use, so the OCR products, things like that. Obviously, the role of you've got to be so careful now with cyber security. That's another massive issue. Trust. Can you trust the technology to do the job that you need it to?
So you've talked about adoption as a bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah, very much.
So what do you think that we need to do about that? And how are you thinking about that in your business in terms of skills, in terms of the people that you're recruiting and that you're working with?
So really, it's a case of recognising that you need to get on board with it, realising it's a continuing journey. Have a strategy, it doesn't need to be fancy, as a small business. It just can be a case of, how can I do this better? I've got a problem here. How can I solve this better? Is there a tool out there that can make this more efficient for me, enable us to do less of, say, the boring stuff that you don't want to do, If it can do the ironing, that's even better, Lisa. As we're talking about. I don't think it'll be able to do the ironing just yet. But certainly, just actually get on board with it and embrace the technology as part of a continuous journey of learning. That's a real key thing for any professional, I think. It's not the humans versus AI. It's very much the humans and AI, and it's an enabler. Not be scared of it, and I think that's really important to not fear it, and to approach it in a sort of calm and professional way, and bring it into your skill set.
And I guess that's why it's so important that we have industry standards and regulations to really make sure that we have technology that customers can trust.
Well, I think it's really important that the regulators, the professional bodies and the industry themselves get involved and come up with a core set of standards, rules and regulations that everyone can subscribe to give that trust element. Absolutely massive. So, Lisa, now you've asked the question.
My turn
to ask you. No pressure. So, you've been with Sage a long time, so tell us about how long you've been with Sage and sort of your journey with Sage, but particularly with AI.
Yeah, so I've been with Sage almost 17 years, which is a...
Did you start from school?
I started from school, so over half my working life has been here.
Yeah.
And I've always worked in our product organisation, working on products and software for small businesses and accountants and bookkeepers. Yeah. And I've been involved with Sage Copilot from its very inception about 18 months ago, but that wasn't the start of our AI journey. We've been investing in AI technology for about 10 years, and it's embedded in most of our accounting products that we have around the world, to help with things like bank reconciliations and matching of transactions and the AP and AR workflows for our customers. And Sage Copilot is really about how do we take that experience to the next level, the next stage, where we really want to focus on how do we solve real world problems for our customers.
Yeah.
What are the workflows that small businesses, medium businesses, and accountants and bookkeepers have in their businesses, which are very repetitive?
So is that the sort of the real long-term aim, that AI in effect just becomes like the oxygen as part of the software, but people don't realise it's there?
So I think absolutely so. AI will become just part of business as usual, I think, for all of us, no matter what industry you're in, and no matter what walk of life you come from. But what we're intending with Sage Copilot is to solve real world problems, end-to-end workflows for our customers. So really take the pain and the drudgery away from those everyday tasks that you're performing again and again, and help you get to an outcome much faster in a way that saves you time, makes you much more efficient and productive, and really helps with your decision making as well, so that you can get to those outcomes much more quickly.
So, I mean, obviously I'm a Sage customer.
You are?
I know my story, but tell me about some of the other Sage customers and how have they been involved in the AI journey so far?
So I spoke to a customer 10 days ago who works for a rowing club, but she also acts as a voluntary treasurer for the business. And so she's kind of raising invoices, looking at the bank statement, making sure that the cash flow is running smoothly. And she estimates that with Sage Copilot, she's saving 5 hours a week of time, which is a fantastic time saving for anybody. But particularly when you think of somebody acting on a volunteer basis as well. She's given up her own time, but her passion is to be in the boathouse, fixing boats, and then out on the water, competing.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So Lisa, we've covered a lot of ground. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we close?
Yeah, I think the final thing that I'd just like to touch on is that over the last year, we've really been looking at AI as a differentiator. I think we're moving into a phase where it's much more than that. I think businesses who embrace it will see it as a key driver for growth for them. It allows them to be much more productive and efficient. It allows them to scale. Yeah. If we think of the role of an accountant and a bookkeeper, which obviously you'll have loads of experience with, Andrew, and thinking about how can you use AI to get across more clients and to work with more businesses. Yep. So you can really see how it can fuel growth in the economy and free up time for those small business owners to focus on doing the things that they love.
Absolutely.